Hey Betty, welcome back. It's great to see you again. So first of all, I have good news for you. You've done the right thing in coming to see us. After reviewing your x-rays and the series of exams we performed, I'm feeling very confident that what you have is treatable with chiropractic care. So, the good news is you're in the right place at the right time. Now that we've established that what you have is a chiropractic issue, let's go over a few things about chiropractic before we get started. As you may remember from the video we had you watch, chiropractic is not new, it is not experimental, and it's been a successful form of treatment for patients in cases just like yours for well over 100 years. In fact, the results of chiropractic care have been so popular and so successful, it is now the second largest healing practice in the Western world. What's most important for you to know is that a study by WebMD following 2 million patients over a course of 4 years demonstrated a 95% satisfaction rate with chiropractic. 95%. Now let me tell you, in the medical world of healthcare, it's impossible to find a better record or success rating than this. So you can feel confident that you've come to the right place to find the solutions to your healthcare journey. Another very important thing that you need to know is that chiropractic is natural. Today's world is becoming increasingly more important. Because let's face it, Betty, we've become way too drug dependent. Our body has made with its amazing capacity to heal itself that far excels past anything that man could create, like a drug. Your body is better than a drug, and we need to rely on it first. Have you ever thought about how your body heals itself from something as simple as a cut to the finger? Well, it repairs the tissue, and within a short amount of time, you can barely tell an injuries occurred there in the first place. And it's able to do this through the control of a system which we call the central nervous system. This system knows better than you do what it needs to make the body healthy. And when we remove nerve interference, your body can better communicate and properly diagnose and heal itself naturally. So your first step on your healthcare journey should be a natural one, not one that's heavily reliant on drug therapies with their harmful side effects and risk for addiction. That's not to say that drugs don't have their place, because they do, but they should be used more as a last resort and not as a first. Alright, let's talk about what brought you in here. Let's talk about your condition. Why do you feel this way, and why are you having the pain that you're having? I'm here to tell you that your issue didn't begin yesterday, and it didn't begin the first moment you started feeling pain. Pain is usually one of the last indicators to the body to tell us that something's going wrong in the first place. Your issue's been building up over a long period of time and is an accumulation of all the events in your life. And in fact, your issue probably began in childbirth. And anyone that's seen a child being born can attest to the traumas that occur to the head, neck, and spine as we all go through this process. And it doesn't stop there. Think about all the hundreds of falls, spills, accidents, and injuries that have occurred to us as we've been growing up from our childhood and into our teenage years. The point is, you've needed chiropractic care as you've been growing up. It's amazing to think that any of us live past the age of 5 with all the hits and injuries our bodies take over the years. If you would have had this care as you've been growing up, it would have saved you from a lot of the wear and tear you're experiencing now. I'm telling you this because if you have children, or if you're planning on having children, we need to keep this in mind because they're probably going to live to be 100 years old. And we want to keep them as mobile as possible throughout those first 100 years. But let's now move on to your lifestyle. It's impossible for us to count the number of improper lifts and physical traumas that have occurred to your body over the years. That's why we say it isn't just one event. You have wear and tear already. But keep in mind, this is with no prevention, no treatment, no care, and no effort whatsoever to offset any of these issues from occurring in the first place. As an example, imagine if you never went to the dentist, or never brushed your teeth. Nothing. From the moment you were born to where you are now. Think about what kind of condition your teeth would be in. It'd be amazing to think that you'd have any teeth left at all. Your body's a lot like this. You've had a lot of untreated nerve and tissue damage that has occurred over the years. So it's really fortunate you're not in worse shape than you're already in. But keep in mind, it's taken some time for us to create this condition. So it's going to take time for us to get out of it. As another example, imagine we put weight on over a 10-year period of time. We'd all want it to be off in 10 days, right? But we know that's simply not how the body works. These issues take time to correct. But we'll talk more about the timing of your treatment as we go on forward. Now, let's talk about the results of all this untreated nerve and tissue damage and where you are now. You see, your spine has been pushed and pulled out of alignment over the years, causing a decrease in flexibility, irritation, and a pinching of the nerves as they flow out from in between the individual segments of the spine, which we call vertebrae. Now, the medical term for this pinching of the nerves is called a subluxation. And if you want to look at this chart over here, you can see some of the things that are associated with subluxations in different parts of the body. And I think that you'll find this part fascinating. It shows why so much of your overall health is impacted by these subluxations, because your nerves run from your brain to communicate with your body and the rest of the organs that are there. That's how your body knows how to heal and treat itself. Now, there are 4 stages to the degeneration process of the spine, as you can see here. Just like many other diseases have stages, we'll use cancer as an example that we can all understand because we all know something a little bit of something about it. Now, when we're left untreated and we're left to progress through the stages of cancer, our symptoms get more severe, and our overall health condition gets worse and worse. It takes more treatment to bring us back. Currently, I'd rate you at a stage 2 in the spinal degeneration process.